All right, guys, awesome with Gone in 60. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. This is my 2023 Volkswagen Golf R, and I've already shared the things that I like about my Golf R more than the WRX, so now it's the WRX's turn. And guys, I've loved my 2022 VB WRX. I love the Magnetite Gray. I love the wheels on it. I love my exhaust setup. I just love how I've got this car to look. Today we're going to be sharing all of the reasons, or not all of the reasons, some of the reasons. My top 5 reasons in no particular order of why I like the WRX better than the Golf R. So without further ado, let's jump right into it, guys. And yes, guys, I realize there's a lot of reasons why the WRX is better than the Golf R. This is just my opinion. These are just my tastes. I hope you guys like it. So without further ado, these are my first things. So the first thing that I like better about the WRX than the Golf R is really its formula. And what I mean by formula is just raw mechanical feeling. If anybody that has owned a WRX or been a WRX, whether you're a VA guy, whatever chassis of the WRX, Blob Eye, Hawkeye, Bug Eye, you know, any eye in the WRX lineup, you know the raw mechanical feeling of Subaru. They don't put a ton of tech into their cars. It's the shifter feel. It's just click, click going into gear. It's just raw. It's just mechanical. That is just something about Subaru that makes them awesome. They're just raw. They're mechanical. And that's just what makes them so special. You know, you're buying kind of a rally-focused car. And, you know I talked in the Golf R that I like the technology better. But really, push come to shove, sometimes you can have cars with too much technology, and for sure the Volkswagen Golf R is pushing that boundary. But I just love the raw mechanical feeling of it. Just every sound, every bump. Oh man, it's just such an awesome car, and until you've driven one, it's really hard to describe it. But especially if you're able to get into some of the EJ motors, just that raw mechanicalness of them, Subi Rumble, so awesome. Another thing that I like about the WRX over the Golf R is the aftermarket support. Subaru has such an awesome aftermarket following. And yes, the Volkswagens, there's a strong following for that with the GTIs and the Golf Rs. But with the Subarus, man, you can, from Subi Mods to so many other companies, there's so many areas and places that you can go to get tunes. From the Drunk Man tune, there's so many different tuners out there that you can just get so many parts. You can make them so customizable. And I think that's also, guys, and I've talked about it in some videos, why Subaru, they know whatever model they're going to roll out that's new, there's going to be a crowd that loves it and a crowd that hates it. But they know no matter how stock they leave the car, or basic they leave the car, or fender flares, or whatever it might be, plastic cladding, they know that this market is going to go to the aftermarket support, and they are going to mod this car out in so many different ways. So the aftermarket support is absolutely phenomenal. You can get any part. Man, there's so many different options for exhaust, for cold air intakes. There's data around it. Man, it's pretty fun. And if you're someone that likes to tinker when it comes to modifying your car, man, you're going to have a blast in the VB and the WRX community. It's awesome. The next thing that I like about the WRX over the Golf R is the price point, as well as the experience with Subaru dealerships. So the price of the VB WRX, granted, I know the base model, it's shot up a few $1,000s over the last few years, but you get so much car for the money. And I've talked about in other videos, but 270 plus horsepower, 250 pound-feet of torque-ish, and all-wheel drive. And man, you were getting a car in a manual transmission, where a lot of brands are putting the manual transmission out to pasture. Subaru is saying, hey, let's pour some more gas on it, because they know 70-80% of their target audience is buying it with a manual transmission. But the price, it's very hard to beat. When you can get into a base trim level for around 28 to 30 grand, whereas the Volkswagen Golf R, you're at 46,000. It's getting to stupid levels, guys. It just really is. The Volkswagen Golf R, do I think it's worth $46,000 and some change? I really don't. I think at the low 40s, it's very competitive. It's good, but that's just the world we're living in. Civic Type R, name the car out there. They've just gotten to crazy areas. Now, my experience with almost every Subaru dealership has been absolutely phenomenal. They care about customer service, and that's why I ordered a WRX, and that's why I put in an order for a new BRZ. Subaru just gets the customer experience. They really do. They treat you very well, and I've had nothing but high regards for Subaru. Volkswagen, I had a lot of dealerships during COVID and other years that just they weren't pleasant, but I could say the same for Honda. I could say the same for Toyota. Could say the same for Chevy, for Ford, for Dodge. But Subaru, they've stayed true to their roots, and that's what's pretty cool about it. Is if you haven't bought a car from Subaru, go check out your nearest Subaru dealership. They do a lot. They do a lot in there. I did talk a little bit about this, but there's things in particular with the Subaru they just do well. So I talked about lack of technology is something that I actually like better about the WRX than the Golf R. Now, there are some technology and things on the Golf R I like better, but I like that with just the Subaru, you don't have all these digital screens and everything. You still get your raw instrument clusters, and there in the middle you do get kind of your boost gauge and different things that you can look at, your PSI, and you can adjust for it. But I love just on the Subaru that it doesn't have a lot of tech. It's just, it is what it is. And like with my Volkswagen Golf R, the hill start assist on that car is so annoyingly stupid. I can't even begin to describe how dumb the hill start assist is. And I've had hill start assist in other cars and I haven't minded it, but in the Golf R, it is so strong and it's rough. The last thing, and this is kind of something really important, if you're into all-wheel drive, Volkswagen system is great. Essentially what it does is it notices when one wheel is slipping, it adds power to that wheel. With the Subaru, it is symmetrical all-wheel drive, and I will say that Subaru's all-wheel drive system, in my personal preference, I like better than the Volkswagen Golf R. The Volkswagen Golf R almost feels like a front-wheel drive bias car, whereas the Subaru is just an all-time symmetrical all-wheel drive, and I'm sure that plays a part in the gas mileage and a few other things. But overall, guys, the Golf R is an amazing car. I love it. I'm not picking a winner one over the other. I just want to point out 5 quick things that I personally like better about the WRX over the Golf R. What are your guys' thoughts? What are your opinions? What are your comments? If you've driven both, please comment below. I would be hard-pressed to think that someone out there has owned an MK8 Golf R and also owned a VB WRX, but maybe some of you have. If you're cross-shopping these two cars, which they're kind of in different areas, hopefully this video helps. Please like, comment, subscribe, let me know your thoughts, and we will catch you on the next video. Ooh.